My name is Jason Sherwood. I'm the scenic designer for the Circus in winter. Basically, when you get a phone call from a director like Joe Calarco saying, I want you to design a new musical at a place as renowned and incredible as Goodspeed, and Donald Holder is going to do the lights, and Marina Dragici is going to do the costumes, and Spencer Lisk going to choreograph, the answer is yes. And then, of course, you start thinking about the fact that you're doing a new musical that's still being written, that's in development, and that kind of creates its own unique set of challenges. And that's the kind of work that I like to do. Basically, and sitting down to talk about what this set would be and what our world would be for this play, Joe and I began to discuss the idea of circus imagery in a sort of a non-literal way. I like to say that we took a Barnum and Bailey big top and dropped a bomb on it and then loaded in a rock show on top of it. After kind of evaluating the various pieces of research, looking at our inspiration, we kind of settled on a certain set of parameters. We knew that we wanted it to feel dark, to feel deconstructed, to not be a literal circus tent in any kind of way. We wanted to go against certain imagery that we'd seen before, and it wanted to feel like a memory play and sort of like a ghost story. There are actual characters that come back after being dead. We lapse through time in the musical. It changed perspective a lot. So the space had to kind of have a shifting, ethereal quality. So upstage, all the way at the back of this stage, is our onstage band. The music and the creation of the music is a big part of this particular production, and it's kind of vital in terms of establishing that period story versus that kind of more modern rock folk sensibility in the music, which is such a nice complement. This piece here is this large suspended arc, and what it looks like essentially is the curved side of a boxcar like a train. We're also using light to help sculpt the space, and Donald Holder is our lighting designer, an incredible lighting designer, did The Lion King on Broadway and a million other shows. He's a huge talent. A big challenge for us is how to create something that can be malleable and flexible, and that's kind of the general sense of why we've landed on something that's more open and less specific about each moment landing into the next with large scenery pieces. And it also creates something more dynamic where we can use the actors and the bodies in a particular way. The great thing about this particular production and the growth of this piece is that we are able to experiment with ideas here. We're able to see what works and what doesn't work. We're kind of able to give everything a little bit of a tryout and then use the run as our kind of like courting process, our dating process for figuring out which of these elements is the most successful, how do we need to augment them, potentially going forward, and what that means for the physical production, but also the storytelling. So that's a little bit of a look at where the scenic design is going for the Circus in winter. Again, I'm Jason Sherwood, I'm our scenic designer.